Relationship is something that can drain you psychologically, physically, and emotionally. So if this thing has that power to drain you to that extent, then it's always important to think through it before you enter. Looking at yourself, we don't even have any plan of marrying in the next 5 years. But people are entering into relationship, we also enter. That is something that I would say you are just joking. Your goal of entering into relationship is what matters, but not the relationship itself. What is part of human life? These terms that you just used, relationship, dating, is all part of human life, day-to-day activity of human beings. So it is not bad. It is not bad at all. But the question is, why are you entering into that? Whether relationship or dating, why are you doing it? What is the goal? What is your goal of entering into a relationship? What do you want to achieve out of which you enter into a relationship? So people enter into relationship with different reasons. So your goal of entering into a relationship is what matters, but not the relationship itself. Your goal of dating someone is what matters, and not just by the way saying I am dating. So the primary question should be, what is my goal of entering into a relationship? Why am I entering into a relationship? What do I want to achieve? For which reason I'm entering into a relationship? So entering into a relationship shouldn't be like you are having fun. You know, people have all kinds of perception about it. Somebody's doing it, so let me also try. Oh, I've heard of relationships, so let me also try. If these are the basis for which reason you are entering into that thing, that whole setup or system, then there is something wrong. Fundamentally, it is wrong to even start on that note. You should have a goal. What is my goal? People enter into relationship all for the fun of entering. That's wrong. That is absolutely wrong. Why are you entering into that relationship? What is your goal? What is the main goal? Is the goal to say I also have a boy, I also have a lady? Is that all? Because it goes beyond having a boy or having a lady. Okay. Because you equally have classmates who are ladies. Sure. You have classmates who are male. So you see, it answers those questions. Sure. But what is the main reason for entry? That's what matters.
Okay, sir, since we are here to learn and we know the sort of experience that you have when it comes to search matters, so what's the appropriate way of setting such goals, even as you are planning to enter into a relationship?
Yeah.
What should the goals be?
Yeah. You are entering into a relationship, one, that you have the hope of marrying that individual. I use the word hope because not all relationships can end up to become married. Whatever you do here, for example, take it that you are in a relationship with somebody on campus here. People have all kinds of reasons for entering into a relationship. Some think that, okay, I need to have somebody around me to be called my girlfriend or my boyfriend. For the purposes of physiological changes that we go through. You know, at age 15, the physiological changes are rapid.
Sure.
And therefore, there's this strong desire for sex. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that alone blows people's mind, and they think that the only way to satisfy that drive is to enter into a relationship. But that drive, you satisfy it, it goes. You satisfy it, it goes, and that's it. So at some point in time, you realize that what exactly am I doing, and why am I in this? So, what goal in this sense? I'm looking at it from this point. You are a student. Assuming we are talking to a student, majority being students.
Sure.
So you are a student. You have a reason for coming to school. And that reason is to come and study. So if at any point you've made up your mind that you want to add extra responsibility to that primary aim of coming to school, to enter into a relationship, ask yourself, why am I entering into that relationship? What exactly do I want to achieve? Take yourself, look at yourself. That now you are first year, you are second year, you are third year, and whatever. And looking at yourself, you don't even have any plan of marrying in the next 5 years. But people are entering into a relationship, you also enter. That is something that that I will say you are just joking.
Sure, it's a wrong goal.
It's to begin if you're just joking, because there are factors involved here. There are issues that involve when it comes to relationship. Relationship itself, it's funny, but then there are challenges that are attached. How do you maintain that relationship? How do you hold that relationship? So that same relationship that is making you happy today, looking very flamboyant, moving around, showcasing your partner, whatever, that relationship is capable of killing you. Because if you do things wrongly and one decide to opt out, because both of you did not prepare your mind before one decided to opt out, that is where the problem comes in. So in a way, you realize that, why am I entering into a relationship? You have to ask yourself. It is always good that you ask this basic question: why do I want to enter into a relationship? Is this just for fun? If it is for fun, prepare your mind that anything for fun doesn't last. Just once you made up your mind that I'm entering because of fun, just for the purposes of fun, it doesn't last, and it will never last. So the moment you are taking it for fun, then prepare your mind that at any time, any point in that day that you guys are making, you can end it there.
This is just some short. I remember some organization I joined. We take people to some rural areas, university students, and they have a term. When they go for that 1 month or 3 weeks, they have a thing they call short course. It means you might have your boyfriend, I might have my girlfriend, but since you met, it's a short course. You're just having fun for 1 week or 2 weeks,
and that's all.
Once it ends, that is all.
They should understand that you are having fun.
Okay, so say let's zoom into college and university life. Is it a bad thing for a college, a university student to go into dating or relationship? And how bad or how good is it?
The answer is yes and no. Good. It's all boiled down to your goal. Why are you entering into that relationship? Okay. See, academic work is a very difficult task. So if you are going to add extra responsibility to your academic work, is something you need to sit, plan, think through it before you take that decision. Because relationship is something that can drain you psychologically, physically, and emotionally. So if this thing has that power to drain you to that extent, then it's always important to think through it before you enter.
Sure.
Who am I entering into this relationship with? What do I want to gain in this relationship? How long do I want this relationship to last? And for what? This should be basic questions you should be asking yourself. So whether dating is good or dating is not good, that is not the question. But the reality is that once you've decided to enter into that, ask yourself, why am I entering? How long do I want it to be? Or what exactly do I want to gain from it? Once you're able to make these clear distinctions, you work towards achieving that. So take it that you are just having fun. Both of you should understand from the beginning. But the problem here is that sometimes the individual will have the thought that I'm just entering for fun, but the other person doesn't have that thought. So this is where the problem lies. That I want to enter because it's just for fun. People are entering. Perhaps my colleagues, my roommates have been laughing at me that I'm the only one who doesn't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. For that
so that's
matter,
a reality.
Fine. For that matter, I want to also venture into that entity. Now, in venturing into it, you have a different perception. But assuming you go and propose to this lady and she accepts wholeheartedly, to her, it's not for fun.
Sure.
She's in a serious business. So how do we manage these two thoughts? It's always important. I always tell people, or when I'm talking to people who are preparing for marriage, my clients, tell them that, look, just as a man has the power to propose to you, you also have the same power to look straight into the person and say, I cannot move with you. You are not qualified to be that kind of person that I want to move with. You also have that power. So it is then that you can really work around the clock. But the mistake is this: the moment we say we are dating, we do things that are beyond dating.
we turn the institution dating into a higher institution else?
It's complete marriage.
I don't want to say.
I just don't want to use the word, but thank you.
I don't want to say.
That is it. And these are the things that blindfold us. We are unable to read in between the lines. Sometimes you see the red flags, the handwriting on the wall, the things will not work. But you are pretending that things are working. This is it. So the moment you want to enter into a relationship, tell yourself that I am adding an additional responsibility to my main reason for coming here. That's, you have to put it at the back of your mind. Then you ask yourself this question. Just if you can just pause and ask yourself this question. Why am I entering into this? What exactly do I want to gain? What are my goals in life? If my goals in life is to graduate here successfully, this new thing that I want to enter into, will it help me to achieve that goal? These are the basic questions you should be asking yourself.